God. Okay. So what I think that was the receiver on my wireless mic dying. And what? Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, I was listening to myself through the thing. I was like, why is that not happening? Okay, cool. So yeah, just building a set of bellows. I have two things already cut, full of splinters, and oh, I feel so limited now that I have a cord. Oh, jeez. How did that not get charged when the rest of it got charged? Whatever. This is the last piece. It looks terrible because it's terrible to touch. It's very bad. Uh, and for this on the other side, I have my layout line here. And then one, two, oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. So this will be an easier cut than the other ones because they were kind of weird. Oh, this sucks to touch. I hate this. Couldn't they have like destroyed the axes? Targets be nicer. But I am pleased that most of the damage is in the center. So that means as a group, we're pretty on target. All right, so let's get this up here. Oh, can I turn on this light without unplugging myself entirely? Oh, I cannot. Well, we're just staying in this weird light here. All right, perfect. So the cuts are going to be here. Let me see if I can angle that. And I'm just figuring out how I want to get this strap down for the cut. Because I don't want to go to the side. Well, I guess I can go to the side. You on the floor. All right. And get you in the vise. And then we can kind of go down. I think, hopefully. Now I'm going to have to flip it at some point. Whatever. This is not going to be perfect or good. And that's fine. We just have to not fool ourselves into thinking that I'm good at this. So we're just going to take this cut here. I'm just following my line. I'll probably just go straight across and then worry about making it rounded later. I don't know why it has to be rounded. That's just the shape that all the bellows I've ever seen are. This wood got wet outside. Feel it when it twist. Also, the giant crack running through the center, which won't actually be a problem because we're going to glue the crap out of this anyway. Because what is the problem is just pinching my blade, and I want to get the biggest chunk of it off that I can, so I can reuse these blocks later. Because there's a center point these all have to attach to, and I can make that out of laminated wood. So if I just keep these scraps, I can make it out of that, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. We'll see if that becomes a reality. And man, this light does look ghoulish. What if I turn off this light? Yeah, that's a bit better. I don't need to see anyway. All right, so there's that side, perfect. And now I touch this again and it's gross. Ugh, gross and wet and splintered wood, yum. I love it. Definitely. I'm just doing this to myself. Okay. So the other layout line is here. Alright, so this one I am going to cut on an angle, which is stupid, but actually, can I even do that? Yeah, okay. We can do it this way. This one frame. Okay, cool. I'm just going to come across it off the line and just shoot it. So I can always go back down the line. I can't uncut material though. I'm just waiting for this to generate a curve and stop bouncing. It's definitely not my saw technique. There we go. Now that we're going with the grain of the wood or in between it, we can use the rip teeth to good effect. Because they just hog material. And the goal is to get this done by the spring of next year when I get to start blacksmithing again. It's too cold to do it now. A, because it has to be outside, and B, because I don't have any indoor place, and also it's so cold it will mess with forming on most days. Some days it'd be fine, but because the animal will be cold, it will just suck all the heat out of a piece, and then I'd be at higher risk for cracking stuff. Oh, cutting into a knot, that's why that feels bad. I try to keep the knotwood if I can, because you can use that as a fire starter. It's just filled with pine pitch and tar, because this is just pine softwood. Did I bend the tooth there? No, perfect. But we'll see if that's possible here. Having a hard enough time getting into it. Whew. All right, that should be good enough for now. Do I have a place? I'm looking for just like dog holes that I have. Here we go. So I'm going to flip this. Oh god, I still hate to touch this. That will help hold the board a little bit. So I just crank this down. I could like crush my hand in this vise if I needed to. It's so powerful. I could lift up this whole bench with this based on just the force of the vise alone. It's a good $40. Good $40 spent. What am I stepping on? Yeah, something I shouldn't be. All right. All right, and then it's down the line. I figure the stream will be about an hour as I just like rough cut lumber, because I have to just get the rough shape together and then I have to joint the boards. And joining is just meaning giving them a clean edge to abut against each other. And then getting the bottom done. Because once the bottom's done, I don't want to measure anything because I'll mess that up. So if I just do everything to size, step by step, I should end up with a more consistent result. Whew. Just pop down a little bit here just to start the perf on this side. Make sure that I'm not encroaching on my line the rest of the cut. I'm going to have to take the cut from the other side. Alrighty. Now, ow, that hurt. Just a little splinter. Alright, and so the cut is here, right? I'm just going to use the saw to trace it up and over. And I'm a genius. Right onto a knot, huh? Not a great place to decide to make this cut. I'm just taking it down this side to try to match the lines to make sure that it's a straight enough cut. Once you get it started that way, this all wants to follow it, because it's the line of least resistance. And just like most people, the path of least resistance is the most desirable. Whew. All right, almost. Yeah, they don't line up perfectly, but they're close enough. I could probably just... That was fun to do. I probably shouldn't have done that. Definitely landed on something I shouldn't have, but you don't get to do that too often. Yeah, see, it's a little bit off. But people that didn't know math made these before, so I'm sure if I'm off by a little bit, it doesn't matter. Not like I know math either. Bro, what are numbers? All right. I just want to get a little bit more off the top here. Kind of put this down. I've put boards in this that weren't super like together, and I've just crushed them. Crushed them like few noodle boards. Just mushed them. And it was a lesson. And that I probably shouldn't have made anything out of that anyway. So, lesson learned. I was like, why is this moving so much? And I realized this is the crack running through this from when somebody went so hard that it split the board. I'm not going to say it was me, but there's a very good chance it was me. When I axe throw, I want to throw through the board. As a kid, that's how they tell you to throw a baseball, right? Like, you don't, very rarely do you need to actually land where you throw. You just need to get to that area. Somebody else's job to deal with it once it gets to it anyway. So you just try to throw it through them to get it there as quickly as possible. All right. Whew. All right, first break. So the next step for these pieces is now to cut them roughly in half. And we have a tool for this, a center finder. You just run it along the center of a board, and the pencil shows you what the center mark looks like. So, nice and easy. Nice little tool. It came with something else. I forget what it came with. But if we don't have to measure, we can't measure wrong. So, I'm tempted to start from the top, because that makes sense in my head. But also, it's just going to be a lot of cutting. I'm just going to be here a while. So we're just going to start from here. Knock these things that I've already knocked over again. We're going to start to cut a little bit here. You know what? I could probably do things to make this a little bit easier. Where's one of my chisels? I can hit that line, and then that will give a place for the saw to want to go down. Why don't you use a chisel? Oh no, man! I wish I made a bigger chisel too, because like I like using the chisel I made. It feels really good in my hand. It's like I custom made it or something. It's a very high quality tool, but it's just not big enough. This one should be fine. I also kind of feel bad for this brick of maple. Like, I was going to do something with this, and it's literally just become a hammer for me. Because I don't know where I put my rubber mallet. I could probably find it if I look for it, but this is just so much easier to grab. It's ergonomic. You know? Made out of nice hard wood. Well, no, I'll make a stream where I make that mallet. So I do like the block that I bought to make it 3 years ago or 4 years ago at this point. That was going to be one of my first things. Maybe I'll get a kit plan together and do that. I think I have a kit plan for a mallet. Instead of having to think of everything myself, because once again, I'm kind of dumb. It won't make it take longer. I have to think about it because then I'll try to make it perfect. Then I'll realize this is taking too dang long. Because perfection is definitely the enemy of good. Definitely the enemy of good. Oh, see, that's a big split. Part of me thinks I could just do this with chisels and not have to actually saw the whole thing, but I'm worried that, like, I'll just catch a, what do you call? Catch a, like, groove or something like that, and we'll just follow it down and just splinter out the wood. Like, sawing's a safer way, even though I think it's the slowest way possible. Well, it's possible and feasible. Like, I guess you could use a sander and sand down to it. Or burn it. Burning it would probably be pretty cool, though. That's how you can make canoes. It's like take a hole, and then you just set a fire inside of it, and then as it burns away, you just move around coals until it does most of the work for you. That's pretty cool. Also, you get rid of some stumps. Well, I heard of some stories where you do that with stumps, and then it just follows the dead wood underground. And that wood then goes under your house and, like, attaches to, like, a wooden foundation. It can just, like, burn your house from underground. Probably a pretty rare thing, but, you know, with big enough wood and big enough spaces for enough air to flow, probably can happen. Or it goes to your sewer line, and all that methane and stuff like that catches. How much sewer's not, like, constantly on fire? Like, I guess they have enough airflow that it doesn't get a critical point, but a lot to think about. Just flaming sewers. That's a trap that nobody wants to be in a D&D. Alright, almost done. And then I'll just start from this side, and then I'll have to move the board a couple places, like rotate it a couple times. I'll hit like a center or something like that. Because I do not have a rip saw in a good enough condition to just do this whole thing. So we're just using the multi-purpose saw. Probably should do a stream where I just set a saw. Two stalls here ready for restoration. One of them is a rip saw. Like they're like Western rip saws. Although I've been looking at the katabas. Not necessary. Alright. So now, another center line. Oh man, it's like hardly even in frame. There we go. I'm just trying to keep it like vertical. Oh, there's also kind of just like, what do you call it? This board goes through the very center of the tree. So this thing's gonna cup like crazy. And that actually means this isn't a rip cut. This is cross cut. Which means it's going to take even longer because cross cut saws just have more teeth. Rip saw, if I do it a whole rip, will probably get stuck. Alright, and now we just take this down the line in a very stupid way, I think. Yeah, it's stupid, but I guess. But as long as it gets a cut. Excuse me. That snuck up on me. Where to put my nails? There's something got my throat there. Oh, jeez. I realized one of my lights up there had a bubble in it. It's like, why do you have a bubble? That hasn't even melted? Then I realized I changed that light, so it's probably fine. Everything's probably fine. We're just going to ignore any problems. Let me just close my PC cabinet door a little bit more as well. So that fine dust doesn't get sucked in. Or less of it does. Man, I am so tempted just to try it with a what do you call it? A chisel now. Just kind of see what happens, because I mean, hopefully it breaks out on the top side, right? Let's make this process a little bit easier, because like I can feel this is gonna be a pain because my saw is already pinching. All right. I guess as long as I'm in places where there's no cracks going from my end, it's going to want to come out on this end, which is fine. Yeah, this is so much easier. Wish I had a hewing axe. That would actually make this even easier, because then I could just hew it. Like, I have an axe, but it's not like a hewing axe. Put that X. There we go. I don't think it will do any better. Yeah, this is... Yeah. Didn't think so. Just gave it a try. That needs A, a heavy hammer, and B, to be used more like a wedge. Chisel can cut. Let's get that axe sharp enough to cut, but like, I don't know. Maybe for the next parts of it or something, I don't know. Alright, we're just gonna see what we can get done here. Yeah, see, like here is where I need to do sawing, definitely. Alright. We're going to the other side. There we go. And let me not knock over my drink. If I can get this one in half, I think that'll be a good day. Then I've demonstrated that, and I can do the other two off stream. Which I will also do by hand, because I don't want to set up my bandsaw right now. I'm just trying to make sure it takes the kerf right. The biggest threat to this project's success is me. It's me. All right. God, it's so hard to keep the saw straight while doing it like this. It's a stupid way to do this. Oh well. Again, not like I'm telling this to anybody. Gotta stop nagging myself on these things. Gotta like chill out. Nothing's gonna be perfect. I'm just going into the saw cut soon. See where it tries to go. No way. Oh, this is dangerous how the grain is because it can just pop off. Oh, of course I picked a very complicated piece of wood. It wouldn't be me if I did pick something simple. I guess this is what was free. That's fine. Well, not free, but I'm just going and deepening the curve. Just taking my time. Feeling the blade pinch. Loving that. Alright, we're gonna go back to the side. Alrighty. I'm gonna use these teeth. Yeah, we're going right towards another knot. It's all going to get bound in this board so badly. Half the fight is going to be running the saw. Whew, just knocking out some of the accumulated stuff here. Oh. Whew. Whew. All right. Heidi ho, Heidi ho. It's all the logs we go. Gonna be here for a year. Hi ho, hi ho. I'm trying to collect all the sawdust just so I can make wood paste in case I need it for light colored woods. I realized I was without it recently and was mildly annoyed that I had to go make sawdust. Whew. Stretch a little bit. Trim on my line, perfect. So really, I'm just trying to bring down the line down the whole board for now, into the top, maybe like inch or two. Like when you're dealing with this much wood, a lot of it is chip evacuation. That's the hard part, like getting sawdust and stuff out of the way. If there's sawdust in the way, it'll stop a cut from being as good as it can be, because the blade that's supposed to be filled will just be filled so it will skate instead of biting. Oh, that wood just moved. I heard like a tick, and then this part here just like, and I immediately like cut and got there. Oh, I tell you, what is living material? It does stuff as you do stuff to it. I mean, metal's that way too, but metal's something that oftentimes is more like insidious. Like it moves a little bit and you don't realize it until you need to do something else. And you're like, this doesn't fit anymore. Or until it's like, oh, no, I'm totally fine, and then it shatters. There we go. I'm cutting into that board that moved, that piece that moved, but I need to go that far to reference the cut line. I probably should just start from the side now. Do some meat in the middle. Sawing logs. I mean, there's an analogy. There's a reason why this is used as like a shorthand for sleep. It's rhythmic, like rocking a baby. You can get kind of into the zone while doing it. That's kind of nice. Kind of sounds like snoring too. I wonder where it comes from, sawing logs for sleep. Like it's apt. I just don't know the etymology of the phrase. Alrighty. We're almost meeting in the middle. Transcontinental Railroad of one board. Oh. Oh. Just getting a little breaky break. Oh. Oh. Alright, back at it. Got to take out the trash last night. Got to start playing foxhole. Yeah, I have to do some chores to surprise the wife. Also, the stream was originally going to be the mommy daddy button because I bought a chess set for her for Christmas because she expressed interest in chess, and I honestly have no interest in chess, but I am interested in doing things with her. So, magnetic set. So the idea is to have it set up like on a wall or something like that, and as we just walk by, we can take our turns. But we need something to know whose turn it is. So I have the blank here where I'm going to do some carving. And then on one side, I'll carve a M for mommy, and the other side a D for daddy. Put like a brass rod through it so we can spin it. And maybe put magnets in it so it has like a nice click to it to keep it in place. And there we go. Ooh. All right, almost. We're getting there. All right. All right. All right. I can already feel the blisters in my finger. But, lo and behold, we made the curve. Now, I'm going to hit it a couple times and see if we can get the pop off. Like, I thought this side would do more splitting because of the numerous holes and stuff like that in it, and I thought that they would take to it, but they're not. There's enough other wood just holding it in place. Give me back my chisel. Thank you. Try to take it from me. Alright, so what I'm going to do is down on this end, I'm going to put a wedge. Just a old mason chisel. Put a wedge. We'll hold that open. And we're just going to go down. down the line. See if we can get the split out. Because even if the side I want breaks, as long as it clean breaks, I can always just glue it back together. Alright. See, my tongue's just out of my mouth and I'm just wailing on this thing. With the look of a man's focus is his tongue out, like a little bit. Where that meme was a couple years ago. Yeah, I am hesitant to do this more on this end because I'm getting towards the end. And, oh, here's an example. Can you see it? Yeah, so the cut in the wood, see how these rays go like this, left and right? It's like this. So when the cut is like this, and then you push, there's a lot of places for it to break out. So I don't want to bust it out that badly. Just want to try to loosen it. Basically, just see what I can get. Once again, very amazed I don't have more just like stuff popping off. I guess I could do this, but like, I don't want to get too many big splinters on the floor because like when it's just sawdust and like shavings, I can walk down here without putting on shoes. Like I don't wear socks, I can just walk around barefoot. As long as there's no metal shavings and no splinters, like big splinters like this, I'm fine. Because dust don't give you splinters and shavings generally don't give you splinters. But splinters give you splinters. That's just a fact. There we go. Yeah, and the wood looks kind of nice. Wood looking kind of nice. I'm not going to take any credit for how the trees grew, but once we get this stuff off, wood looking kind of nice, dog. Alright. I need a heavier hammer for this. Like this piece of wood is heavy enough for like chiseling, carving, like that type of thing. Like if I needed to just like it's a good chisel mallet. It's not a great driving mallet. Not heavy enough. Alright. Alright, let's see what else we can get to pop off. Alright, cool. So I think what the next thing I'm gonna do. So I can take out this wedge on this side. I'm gonna turn this up. Turn up here. And then just go through. And I'm gonna see if I can. Are you tall enough to have me? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I need something there to stop my bench from racking. There we go. You good? Okay, perfect. Put it in this curve and just carefully take it along until it scribes its line. Till it scribes its line. Not in any rush. Take our time. use the rest of the cut to guide the forward cut. So lean in forward into it, ever so slightly. Ow, I hit the thing that I'm using. I hit this thing, it's pointing. Yeah, I can't go too deep because I can feel it pinching. I can feel the pinch. Feel the pinch. I can feel the pinch. Pinchy, 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 pinchy. Feel the pinch. Feel the pinch. All right. So like now if I were to pap it over here. You can also kind of see what I mean better from here now. Is that if I go too hard into it, it's going to pop off along these ray lines. I wish I could get an example without ruining everything, but like these things want to break in chunks. Which side do I want to? Yeah, that side. Yeah. You can see how this, when you hit it like this, it goes into these chunks. Like there's a way that it wants to break based on the lines in it and such. Yeah, you see it go down this way. See it made the crack going down the face of it. And like it kind of wants to pop out, but I don't want to force it and ruin the side that I care about. But I wonder if I can just like pop, pop, pop with this. I think I could do it with the axe. Nah. Not enough. That's fine. This is stupid what I'm doing anyway. Right now. Basically just tempting fate. One chisel. Thank you. Gonna move this back so I don't whack it. I don't want to buy a replacement webcam. I mean, eventually something will break. If it is something, I hope it's a monitor. Because I can go to like a thrift store and get a monitor pretty cheap. Remember when people used to steal TVs? Like, I'm sure you can still get your TV stolen, but like, it's so much less profitable now. TVs are so cheap. Alright, I'm gonna just pop a couple more relief cuts into this. Hammer a couple more reliefs. There's like a knot hole right there, so that's a terrible candidate. Also, I just have to saw more on the side. Let me put down this anti-rack block here a little bit deeper. There we go. Farther, a little deeper. All right, cool. Now we can continue sawing. Is it pitching the blade? Yes. Do I care? Yes. Also, just kind of carrying the cut over to the other side. What I'm trying to do is just kind of get past that knot that's in there. I think once I get past that, I'll have less issues with twisting and bowing. The cut going awry. I think that's the cause of a lot of cuts going awry. And it makes sense because it's where tree limb came out, so it's different back. I'm sure it changes how the grain of the wood is around there. Whew. You can hear it even sounds different when it gets cut. Wow, that curve immediately closed. Okay. Oh. Have to yet? No. I don't know if you can see it on this side. It's like right there. think I passed it. think I passed it. So I'm just going to do some reliefs. Actually, probably going to be less successful because the vise is right here holding everything together. So we're going to have to flip that. But let's just pop a little bit more here. Look at that. Nice. So it took the cut long. Alright. Is this kind of stupid? Yes. Is it slightly faster than sawing? Yes. That's the reason why this is getting done this way. It's slightly faster. Yeah, I could probably use this and drive it better. Back of the axe. Yeah, I just picked up the axe and using the back of it. That's fun because this chisel has a metal striker button. And these are cheap Buck Brother chisels. I think I got these from Harbor Freight. They're like, I'll get chisels and just, or it might be Home Depot, one of the two. So like, instead of getting nice chisels, I'll get kind of beater chisels and just use them until I need new ones. And I haven't needed new ones yet. I mean, I've treated these things pretty well, but like, on the other side, they've treated me pretty well. So I'm just waiting for the reliefs to kind of go down more. Yeah, there we go. Oh, right into my bench. Oh, no, not yet. Cool. Just shy of it. Perfect. All right. Now we release. Let me see what's up. And it, like the other part of it is like, I wasn't going to get any big pieces of wood to use on this. So I don't care about the condition that this is in. I just kind of want to have it come off quicker and easier. So I'm just popping in the axe as a wedge. Really wish I knew where I put my rubber hammers. I could use a regular hammer like this. The hammer wouldn't care. The back of an axe isn't hardened. But I don't like the sound it makes. That's mostly what it is. We'll give it one or two strikes, see if that makes anything important happen. So we're just using a driving mallet. Okay. So here's the exciting part. A spark came off that. Because I could smell it. I don't see it, but I smell it. I have a pile of sawdust at my feet. So I guess we just wait for the smoldering, huh? I guess I can't leave this room now. Cool. I guess I could have put a piece of wood between these when I did that. Probably would have been the smart thing. It's like, I just smell it now. And it could just be the spark. That's the hard part. That it will move after every smack. This feels silly. This just feels silly. Oh, it stayed. I just want to hit it again. Or mount when it care. No good Harbor Freight by anyone. Alright. That's looking pretty okay. See? See, we got the split starting down there. On this side too. It's going to be a hard thing to do. And we do have a big old split that I'm going to have to glue anyway. And honestly, it might be easier to ride this crack out, because I can actually get my saw through half of this without a problem. That might be the play, actually. If I can get it to cleanly split, that is. If I can't get the cleanly split, it's not worth it. Okay. So I'm just gonna wrap this a little bit. Yeah. See, I am starting to see it take wood from this side, the side I want to keep, which is not what I want to happen. So the other question is, how do I get it to cleanly break? Like, it's almost there. Like, it goes all the way down to there. Like, it's like more than 2/3 of the way down. And I think I see the line that it would break on, too. What if I just hit from that side? Because, like, it looks like it's going to break down this ray. Go around these knots. Alright. I'm going to try just a couple relief cuts over here so I can get going. Let me put something down on the floor for this to get smashed into. So I'm hammering. I don't want to hurt the concrete floor. I know it seems silly, but So what I'm doing, I'm just not in the vise. I'm just have this on my lap. I'm just trying to get the piece of wood under it. Just have it on my lap. I'm just putting relief cuts into the face here. So just starting at the top, hitting with a chisel and just following through, or hitting with the yeah. Boom, boom. Getting on a little over an hour. Probably another 30 or so minutes at me tops. I just want this split. I just want to get this one board done. So the other boards are a bit easier. This is the center board, that's why this one's a little more important. The other parts are important too, but it's also the board that has more wear in it because it was the center board of the axe target that it was a part of. There you go, Chisel. Thank you, Chisel. You're doing very good. All right. Now we're just going to try to push from the back, see what happens, and then I'll... Nothing. Just nothing. Jesus. Okay, we're going to use the axe here. All right, so this one's splitting around a knot, and I'm not quite sure how it wants to do that. As you see, going through the knot, and the split is going behind the knot, but is it going to just cut out? No. Okay, cool. I mean, it's annoying that I have to deal with the knot now, but That's fine. It's the better result. It's the result that ends up with less reclamation work for me. I guess I'm not saving any of the sawdust that I thought I was going to. I used to have a jar of it. I just don't know where the jar went. And, we're going to do this one good smack with the drilling mallet. 2 good smack. 3 good smack. Yeah, because I got it to stay on. Actually, it's pretty good. Get more accurate. Ooh, that went flying. But there's relief cuts to allow it to pop off before it gets that critical tension, but whatever. You do you. I don't pay your sub. I don't pay your sub. I get this to go down a little bit more, should be helpful. I thought it would. Didn't change anything. You gotta be careful with twisting, because A, I'm gonna bend the blade, and B, I already did a little bit. That's fine. I can fix that. Second part is I don't want it to come out at a weird angle and cut me, as I've done many times in the past. Alright, we're gonna use just the wedge here. See, it's going all the way down to there. It's just not popping off, which is what I'm actually trying to get it to do. I just keep going. I think it's wedging the whole board, which might be what I want for the split. Yeah, see, I'm cutting it in on this. I think I just want to split it and finish the cut. All right, I've invested. All right, nope, that's actually not helping. I mean, it's wedging it, but it's not like wedging it in a helpful way. So I think I just have to get the axe in here. There we go. All right, well, here's the big split, whether I'm super angry or pretty happy. We'll see in about a minute. We're just going to give it a split. Hopefully it splits down cleanly to the floor. Doesn't veer off or go wild. Sorry, I was smelling that back because I hit metal on metal again. I swore I smelled another spark. All right, I'm just kind of wasn't clean. I felt the twist. Yeah, see, it's split. That's not a good split. That's a bad split. So what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to put this to this side. We're going to try to get this to go because it went really far around the knot hole. And I can't really put this back here, I don't think. So we're going to come from the other side because it did split all the way up to here, which is, good for us. Split all the way up to there. So I'm just going to take my saw. And just cut my way to that split. Maybe use rip tease for this. This is now rip cut. No, crosscut, I feel it dumping. And I don't want to cut my hand open like I had before. I just don't want to. Alright. I'm just doing this so I have a better view of where the split is because it looks like it moved. Like, surprising nobody. A tree followed the non-straight lines of the rays of it instead of being a nice straight split. Yeah, there we go. Sort of. I gotta remember. We want it to cut off any other trash right now. Okay. I don't think it's gonna want to do that. Okay. We gotta do that. Let's go. You filled so much wood glue, buddy. So much wood glue. Okay, so now we got 2 parts. Now I can actually cut this with a saw. I mean, we were doing good on the saw work. So I'm going to finish one half of it, and that will explain, I think, what we're doing. And then that'll be the day for me down here. I have some animals to do, and then I have a group event in Foxhole, which is pretty fun. Really getting into that game recently. Although, like I said, I did just get drunk and build a road last night for 5 hours. Didn't even finish it. I didn't even get close to finishing it. But I'm learning at my own pace. The group that I'm in has been very supportive of me just doing stuff that is harmless. They're nice enough folks. Alright, so just have it chucked up here. I want you to go up, please. I need to get a new assembly where I can make it go left and right and stuff. I'll plan that. I'll blueprint it. It's also maybe the dumbest way to do this cut. No idea how I'm going to keep this straight. Whew. All right. Man. Sorry, I knocked over my phone. Well, thank you, cord, for staying attached. Very impressed. Thank you, cord. All right. Now let me get over to here. Just try to continue it down as straight as I can. Try to avoid too much blade binding. And like this side of the board that I'm cutting just has to be flat enough. It doesn't need to be as flat as the other side. Alrighty, 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 alrighty. Whew. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Start from this side and let's round 2. Getting tired. Whew. Been at this for a little while. Let's go. Let's go. Whew, I hit a gap there. I could feel it. Felt like I was cutting through a lot less material. Whew. All right. Yeah, I could feel it crushing this. I could feel it. Let's hope it doesn't actually splinter it out or anything like that by being too crushed. Get a wedge up in here. Okay. Whew. Whew. Alrighty. Alright, going to the other side to try to meet it in the middle. You know what to say, just take some time, a little bit in the middle. Think about wearing the cord at mic because I just remember how I turn and I have to not hit it. Oh, can't believe my wireless didn't charge. Or it lost the charge that it had. This one would have charged from the port. But I plugged it in and it was charging, so I think it just died on me. It's a shame because that's what I have everything set up for. I didn't have time to change the audio setup, so that's my problem. I was looking maybe in the next year getting a better wireless mic. Not that mine is bad, I mean it is, but we've learned to deal with it, and it's served mostly admirably. But something a little higher on the quality scale. I mean to make shorts as well. This is some highlights of the project. I wanted to make one about BattleTech. I'm thinking of doing a show on BattleTech at some point. Just like introducing it. Oh. It's also kind of a shame that I don't care about Alpha Strike, and that's the most popular version, because most people that came from Warhammer still want to play Warhammer without all the VW stuff. It's just fine, you know, you do you. Am I wandering? Is that what's happening here? The cut goes on, cut goes on, on. Goes on, goes on, goes on. Whew, tired. All right. Let's take it out and have a look. Where do you stop at? There. Oh, this cut drifted significantly. All right. So time to start on this end. Oh, my brick just fell. Here we go. Alrighty. Hopefully this is the last set here. Whew. Alright. Alright, I think we're good. Alright. Alright, moment of truth. 1, 2. Yeah, it came off. Yeah. Woo, we did it. Is it a great cut? No. If you look from the side, it's very uneven. God, I have such a weird angle. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Very, very uneven cut, but you know what? That's fine. Again, this is the inside, this is the outside. It'll be fine. Have like a crack here. Oh, that crack probably won't even matter. It can get glued. Let me cut this off. Oh yeah, might as well just do this now. It won't even matter if I have to do it later. I know myself. Like, why did you just do it while you had all this stuff done? Why do you have to go back and do one little cut? I know me. Future me will be frustrated with current me. Is this the best setup for a cut? No. It's far from it. Is it enough for the rough carpentry that this project is? Yes. Alright. Alrighty, so this is one side of 2 done. well, one side of 4 beams. Jesus Christ. I guess I should pre-split those beams so I can reglue them together. Or so I can keep them together. And then these will get jointed on the face here so that they can all butt up against each other to make a base. Ooh, I got more cut out for me. Well, that's why this is the winter project. That's what this is. This is the winter project. And then, yeah, these will get battens across, fold them together, and then there'll be a box up here. And I have, what do you call that? Canvas. Because I was looking to make getting leather for it, and I was going to make a smaller one. I was like, it's a waste of time, but I bought the leather for the smaller one. So probably not going to use most of that leather, maybe for like a valve or something. But it'll have canvas, and then that will get waterproofed or fireproofed in borax, fire resistant. So you just take like a saturated solution of borax with hot water, and then soak it in there. So once I have the dimensions, actually, I'll worry about cutting it, but I do have it. Then it will get a middle layer to help keep it like expanded. I'm only going to do one layer. I'm only going to do a 3-layer one. I'm lazy. And then it will get a block in the front, and that front will have attachments for how the air should be output. And then there'll be an intake valve and stuff. So, man, we went really deep into this. We almost went all the way through. Look at this axe hit. That's an axe blow. Like right like that. Or might have been came at an angle like this or something. Yeah. It's an axe blow that went right in. Huh? We almost went all the way through the boards. We were really hype at the end of it, so I can understand why. But yeah, it's been about an hour and a half, and I'm gonna go get some other errands done. I do still want to make BattleTech terrain. I'm figuring out the last little bit of how I want to do that, whether I want the hexes to be fully filled with it, because I think it's better for LOS purposes, but it's not as appealing as when you just make a block and put it on the hex bases. So I'm probably going to make 2 and do them side by side and see what my table thinks. And yeah, thank you for joining me. I've been Mutgren Oakwald, and hopefully this inspires you to go out and make something. I just threw that made a noise. I don't know what I'll stream next. Probably next week. For New Year's, I'm thinking of just streaming on Thursdays, except for the last Thursday of the month, because I have a obligation on Wednesday, and I can't have the wife managing the kiddo by herself 2 nights in a row. That's not fair to her. So once again, thank you for joining me, and this has been Dad's Old Shop with Mutgren Oakwald.